In recent episodes, Lee has been faced with the devastating truth that her niece Luna is a murderer. This is not only shocking, but also puts Lee in a stressful and difficult situation when she has to decide between family love and morality. However, this is not simply a black and white decision. Although Lee is heartbroken and shocked, she still cannot completely cut off her feelings for Luna. While anger and pain are overflowing, Lee still feels sympathy for Luna. Luna's childhood was full of misfortune and lack of family affection, especially the absence of a father. Luna never had a complete family, and the love that other children can easily have, which has made Luna a vulnerable person who easily falls into situations that push her to commit crimes. Lee's regret does not stop at Luna's crime, but also at the decision that she had to make to put her niece in prison. For a mother, or in this case an aunt, seeing her beloved child incarcerated is a terrible nightmare. Lee believes that by sending Luna to prison, she has fulfilled her moral duty to society, but at the same time, this act is also a painful milestone in her life. She feels that she has contributed to destroying Luna's future, but Lee cannot deny that Luna's actions are unforgivable and that it is necessary for her to pay for her sins. But love and compassion are always present, making Lee unable to stop thinking about what she can do to make up for this mistake. This is what leads Lee to a bold and equally controversial decision: to make up for her mistake and feel that she can still do the right thing for Luna. Lee plans to find a way to reduce her niece's sentence. She decided that she would not let Luna suffer all the consequences without support, believing that Luna might not be fully responsible for her actions. Lee began to consider the possibility that Luna might be suffering from serious psychological problems, suspecting that Luna might have schizophrenia or even an unexpected brain tumor, a condition that might have affected Luna's ability to control her behavior. Lee thought that if she could prove that Luna was not fully responsible for her actions, her charges might be reduced or at least reconsidered. This would not only be an act of remorse and atonement on Lee's part, but also her way of trying to protect Luna from the harshest consequences. However, making such a case was not easy and required courage as well as convincing evidence. Lee is facing a tense legal battle where she faces the legal system, medical professionals, and even Luna herself. This week, viewers will witness a tense encounter between Lee and Luna. This meeting is not just a conversation between two women, but also a struggle between two generations, two perspectives, and two damaged souls. Luna may not easily accept Lee's help, and her resistance may complicate the situation, but Lee is determined to do everything to save her niece, even if it means facing hardships and criticism from all sides. Although Luna's actions are unacceptable, Lee cannot leave her niece in prison. With a heartbroken heart and a sense of responsibility, Lee goes to Luna and proposes a deal. Lee is willing to use all her influence to help Luna escape prison, but only if Luna promises to change and never seek revenge. Lee's offer is not only an act of compassion, but also a hope that Luna, despite her crimes, can find redemption. Lee knows Luna's past trauma and believes that with the right help and guidance, her niece can overcome her mistakes. However, Lee also understands that to achieve this, she needs Luna's cooperation and commitment, and without Luna's change, Lee's efforts will be in vain. When Steffy Forrester learned that Lee had called a lawyer for Luna and even proved that she was mentally ill, she could not contain her anger. Steffy was convinced that Luna was a serious threat, not only to her, but also to her family. Given Luna's criminal past, Steffy did not believe that her mental illness could justify her murderous actions. Steffy went to see Lee in a tense confrontation. She criticized Lee for helping a murderer and questioned why Lee protected Luna. Steffy believed that Luna's evil and calculating nature would never change. She believed that if Luna were released, she would continue to kill, and no one but Steffy herself would be the next target. For Steffy, letting Luna out was like dropping a time bomb. The argument between Steffy and Lee not only reflects the difference in perspective, but also clearly shows the struggle between faith and fear. Steffy cannot accept that someone like Luna is free, while Lee, despite knowing the potential dangers, still believes in Luna's ability to redeem herself. This is a heart-wrenching internal battle, as both try to protect their loved ones, but in completely opposite ways. Despite Steffi's warnings and anger, Lee still believes that Luna can change. She believes that love and guidance will help Luna overcome her darkness. But what Lee doesn't know is that Luna actually has no intention of changing. On the contrary, Luna is secretly planning revenge, and Steffi is the main target. Luna is filled with hatred, unable to forget what Steffi did to her. She sees Steffi as an enemy, someone who hindered her life and pushed her into a desperate situation. In her troubled mind, Luna cannot accept any forgiveness or release. She only wants one thing: revenge. Even though Lee tries his best to protect and guide Luna, Luna's cruel nature has become an irreversible part of her. This puts Steffi in an extremely dangerous situation. She not only has to face a murderer who has been released, but also has to deal with betrayal from the person she once trusted, Lee. Because of her excessive love for Luna, Lee has lost the ability to clearly see the dangers she is putting others in. As Luna secretly plans revenge, Steffi is once again faced with danger. The threat from Luna is now not just a prediction, but a terrifying reality. Steffi will have to find a way to protect herself and her family from Luna's revenge. But the big question here is whether she can escape death once again. In this tense situation, Steffi not only has to face Luna, but also has to find a way to deal with her loss of trust in Lee. Steffi has always believed that Lee, as a relative and a virtuous woman, would never let anyone harm her family. However, Lee's actions have deeply disappointed her and made her feel betrayed. The confrontation between Steffi and Luna will be a relentless battle where only one person can win. With her strength and determination, will Steffi be able to find a way to overcome the danger from Luna? Or will Luna's revenge succeed this time, and Steffi fall victim to uncontrolled rage?
Oh.